All right, folks, how you doing? RussellTrueResults303.com. Check out the website. Link in the description box. Got a couple free gifts there for you. One on how to set goals. One on nutrition 101 basics. Just some information, PDF download for you. Mind, body, spirit, fitness. Putting the healing back in health. Coming at you today with a mind video. This is going to be on reading. So when we're reading, there's always a danger in what we are reading, not just because it can affect our thought process and the way we view the world, but once again, reading is just exercise for your mind, right? That's what it is. If you want to have a sharp mind, you need to do these crossword puzzles and read these books and expand your mind on other topics. And one thing that we need to make sure of is, like I said, it's like exercise. So I made a video on the seasons of fitness, right? And it talks about what season are you in? Just like the world has seasons, or the earth has seasons, winter, spring, fall, summer has seasons. Same with your exercise. Your exercise has to have those same seasons, and so does your reading. Now, if you're someone like me, this is an area where I am very close-minded. Like, I'll read the Bible every day, of course, because this is the spiritual channel as well. For me, it's Christianity, Catholicism. So I'll read the Bible every day. I'll dabble here and there in a book in Buddhism and things like that. But for me, like fantasy novels, I don't touch it. I think it's just, if I'm going to read something, I want to learn something from it. I don't really care about the fantasy stuff. But they say if you actually watch like these Lord of the Ring movies, not my thing. I don't watch that stuff. But they say if you have an understanding of the Bible, then that movie will actually have a more powerful effect on you. You'll understand the movie more. But now I'm just getting off topic. But anyways, once again, just our mental toughness, our mental exercise, once again, needs its own season. Like I said, for me, fantasy novels just seem like a waste. But if all you're doing is trying to process information from these self-help books and things like that over and over again, you are going to overload. So the one thing that we must do, if you're a person that don't want to dive into these fantasy novels, maybe once every 3 to 4 months, 3 to 4 books, read a fantasy novel. Get out of that structure of education, learning. Even in the Bible, Jesus spoke in parables of stories that you're able to learn from. So maybe if we, once again, are able to dive into these fantasy novels, it's almost like a parable. We might be able to see and understand something a little bit better from reading these fantasy novels. Or, just something that we're not used to. So once again, reading must have its own season as well. We must not be afraid to dive into something else, something outside of the box. And once again, it's just to help us grow mentally. It's to help give us a break. I myself don't see myself as an imaginative person. I don't have that much of a imagination. I can't draw. Drawing is not working. I can draw a stick figure. That's about it. So maybe when it comes to diving in with those fantasy novels and things like that, it might help me to have a better imagination and to be able to see things better. So there it is. That's just a warning when reading. You need to make sure that just like your exercise and just like your diet, variety is key to keep you back on track. If we're going to burn out, we need to switch it. I'll go through periods where I think in this last month, and the books aren't big, the print isn't small, but I'm hitting about a book a week now. But that's because all I do is read. I don't watch TV, but I'm hitting a book a week. And then I'll go through a phase where there'll be like a month I won't even touch a book. A month and a half I won't even touch a book. But maybe now if I switch into that fantasy mode, I'll be able to still continue it. And then once again, that'll help with other side of the brain maybe. How they say you'll use a certain side of your brain when you do certain activities versus other. Maybe, I haven't done any research, but maybe the reading will do the same thing. It'll activate that other side. And now we're using more of our brain, being able to incorporate it more in outside when we're out in the real world, maybe it'll help us. I don't know. That was just something I thought of off the top of my head, so I threw it in there. But once again, your reading must have seasons, just like your exercise does and your nutrition does. Variety. All right. So there you go. I hope that helps. If you're not switching to something different, I hope that helps. Subscribe to the channel, share and like these videos.